Time with Beer Man. Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing today, wherever you are from in this beautiful world? We have another awesome panel here. Thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate you. And yeah, we got Bumpy Road Brewery, and we have Miscellaneous Brew Reviews here, as well as me, Beer Man. Welcome Twitter and Facebook fans as well from Retweet. We also have, hey, Deadpool, I haven't seen you in a while. Cheers, man. We got STD here. How you doing, man? Burley, cheers. Deadpool, cheers. Mary and Butch, cheers. Hell yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. All right. So we're doing an open one today. Just going to show off whatever comes to mind, whatever we've studied or found or whatever the hell goes with it. Hopefully it all works. So, all right. Let's bring up Bumpy.
All right. So the cheese I'm bringing, I had to pick up this cheese. All right. Because of all the great things that I've heard about it from Miscellaneous and from John and Nelly and stuff. So I got that Beamster Hatch Pepper Gouda. I haven't cut it up yet because it's got this lovely wax thing I'm going to have to take off because
don't eat that.
That's definitely not edible. Fancy looking, but not edible. So I'll have to cut around that and get it cut up. The beer that I'm going to pair with this cheese is a Doppelbock Dunkel. This comes from Kloster and Duchess, I don't know, however you pronounce that. It is located just outside of Munich, Bavaria. Looking for the ABV. I'm not seeing the ABV on the back. Is it on the front? 7.1% ABV.
Wow. Nice.
Little hiss. And the pour, we'll leave a little bit of room for aromatics to escape. It's got a fairly compact, off-white, kind of creamy, yellowish colored head. The brew itself is actually a deep mahogany. Lots of, it's just carbonation bubbles clinging and rising off the side of the glass. I thought there was floaties in it, but it's not. Now, there you go. That's the color of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Mahogany, amber, red, whatever you want to call it. Cheers. I'm going to start getting my cheese prep now.
Cheers. Thank you, man. Thanks, Bumpy.
All right. So, yeah. Beamster. That's, they make some decent cheese. Matter of fact, I've got some myself. This is a new one that I haven't tried. Let me turn this light down. This is called their Graskes Gouda. So I guess this is just a Gouda. It says made with free-range grass-fed cows, but this cheese is made with Spring's first milk. So I guess the first milk they get off of the cows in spring is what they make this cheese out of. There's the cheese. Not as white. It's more of a nice, got a nice yellow, slight yellow hint to or color to it. There you go. That's a little bit better. A little bit oily. It's greasy, just a bit. All right, and limited in the fridge. So we're gonna do this IPA. It's called Walking Tree IPA by Walking Tree Brewery. It's 7.1%. They have the largest independent craft logo I've ever seen on a can. About 3 fingers.
Definitely.
This is out of Vero Beach, Florida. Yeah. Tasting notes, hoppy, malty, citrus. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a West Coast. I'll tell you that before I pour it. It's a Westie from Florida.
Hey,
I don't know.
maybe it's from
I
Western
think
Florida.
this is the first product I've had from this company, actually. All right, we'll go ahead. So yeah, very, very clear beer. Clarity is pretty good. Slight haze, but damn near brilliant. I could read through it. Nice, foamy, frothy, 2-finger head. It's actually a little too close, too far away. It's a little rocky, even though it's nice and frothy. Big bubbles in there. Carbonation with small, tiny effervescent bubbles. We'll see. I don't know. Smells like a West Coast. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, man. Nice. Thank you, man. Thank you, Miscellaneous. All right. So I am going against the grain on this because I really couldn't find anything that was for that would go with this. I guess an IPA would have gone with this. But first let's show the beer. I have Old Speckled Hen, 5%. It's a nitro in a can. It's an English pale ale direct from England. So let's pour it. Well, it's from my beer store over in Portland area, but it came from England. Holy shit!
Ooh.
Jesus! Oh no, dude! There we go.
It was cool. I like the nitro version of that. Definitely
Nice.
different.
It's so milky looking. Wow, that's cool. I love pouring these. It's got a nice cascade thing going on right now. It'll take a little while for it to do its thing. Kind of, I'm almost thinking this is like harp or something. Yeah, maybe. Or like harp's pretty. I haven't had harp in a long time. Yeah. So, yeah, nice amber color. Kind of a deep amber. Just amber. Call it amber. Off-white head. As it's starting to kind of get up there, it's getting that nice nitro, tightly woven foam on the top, and a little bubbly on the top. I did kind of pour aggressively because the thing was all weird, but it's settled down. The glass is dirty. Let's do that like Craig does. That didn't really work. Yeah, so good looking beer.
I
Smells
that.
fruity and caramely, kind of like a nice fruity caramel, like red apple and caramel or something. That's kind of interesting. It smells good. All right, and then so I got a Tillamook out of Tillamook, just down the way from us. I don't know if you guys get Tillamook cheese, but it's a hickory smoked cheddar, and they say to have it with a red ale. It says it on the package, which is actually kind of cool. Wish I would have seen that. Wine is an oaked Chardonnay, sweet, green apples, basically what I was getting, kind of like an appley caramel thing. Savory smoked seafood goes with this. So, and this is what it looks like. It's got that grill on the top. It's kind of a salty, slick kind of thing. You can eat that. It's just kind of like how it's aged and stuff. But a nice sticky, kind of firm, breakable cheese. It just kind of breaks. Flimsy, nice, looks good. Can't wait to try it. I think I've had this before. I think I showed it on here before. So I'm looking forward to these. We'll see how they work. Hope it does. So, all right, let's go back to Bumpy.
All right. Starting off with the cheese. Again, I kind of cut up some little bits. I cut that portion off so I can get some more without the wax. It's kind of like a wax that's like put onto like duct tape almost when you're cutting it off. It kind of has all those crisscrossy veins. Yeah, it's kind of, I would say, nutty, buttery type smell coming from the Gouda itself. There's a little bit of a slight smoky spiciness from the hatch pepper chili. Smells cheesy.
Good.
And eating it, it is a flimsy cheese, a soft type cheese. Yeah, it's very buttery, a bit nutty. A mild cheese on its own. The hatch peppers, there's plenty of them, little bits and pieces in this cheese throughout, so that's good. You get little bites of the chili. Yeah, it kind of has a little bit of a kind of chili pepper flavor. Like it's like a pepper. It's got the flavor with a bit of a spicy heat. There's not like a lot of heat, but there is just this little bit of a spiciness left over on the palate. I've just been sitting here eating bits and pieces of it. So I mean, it's definitely a cheese. You can just, I just want to keep eating it.
It's good.
Yeah, I like the way that the hatch chilies are incorporated throughout. It's not just like a little speckle here or there. It's every bite you're getting plenty in there. All right, let's go after this Doppelbock Dunkel.
Nice.
Head totally gone away. I would say it leaves no real lacing on the glass, but maybe doesn't even do alcohol legs. No alcohol legs. The aroma's out of the beer. Oh, it's I'd say bold on fruit. It's got this kind of cherry and plum type aroma. Bit of a breadiness, a little bit of a roastiness, I would say, too. Brown bread crust. But yeah, it was the kind of cherry and plum type note was the first thing I was getting off the aroma. Oh, let's dive in. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I'm going to say candied cherry and plum first thing. It definitely has this kind of candied flavor to it up front. That's followed up by some of the brown bread crust type notes. Not as roasty on the flavor as it was in the aromas. Medium carbonation. I'd say medium body, kind of lower side. Maybe going into medium carbonation on that. Slight drying effect on the palate. It's not an uber dry though. Tail end bitterness. It's a very mild bitterness to this. So it's kind of got that spicy and floral thing going for it. More than likely they're using some type of noble hops in this. All right. Let's go ahead and eat some cheese and drink some beer. Let's try drinking some beer, eating some cheese, then eating it.
Do it.
So drinking the beer first and then eating the cheese, you don't get a lot from the cheese itself. I've lost a lot of the that kind of buttery nuttiness. I do pick up on a little bit of that hatch chili, a little bit of that kind of smoky and spiciness from the chili itself. I am left with a lingering heat from the chili afterwards. Once again, it's not like outlandishly hot. It's just there is a spice to it. It's like a fine spiced, like something that just has like a small spice to it. We had spaghetti tonight with a spicy marinara sauce. It had a little zing. It's a little zing. I think that's a good word. So nice. It's a zing. All right. You eat the cheese. We coat the mouth with the cheesiness. Now I'm getting all that butter and nuttiness from the Gouda. And then we drink.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Fuck, dude, I can stop yawning. Sorry.
I say what it kind of ends up doing. It takes away that kind of sweetness, that candied aspect from the beer with mixing it with the cheese. It brings out a bit more of a bitterness and kind of I think more of the bread, like the bread crust type note, but it takes away from the candied cherry plum type flavors I was first getting. So I will have a score and whether or not I think that these two pair well together coming up.
Nice, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Good, man.
Thank you, Bumpy. All right. Cool.
All right. Cool, man. All right. So, yeah, we'll start with the beer. The Walking Tree IPA 7.1. Yeah, I just topped it off with what was left in the can. Did throw up some lacing, some clinging on there. Yeah, for the nose, I mean, oh shit, you guys seen the appearance? It's a nice straw golden. On the nose, I get in like a little bit of a floral spice. It's got a nice piney resinous to it. A little bit malty. Trying to slight breadiness, very, very slight breadiness, but yeah, that's about it for the aromas. A little bit dank. So, cheers.
Cheers.
That can taste better than the other ones I had out of the 4-pack. That's the last one. So yeah, you get a nice medium body mouth, pretty clean mouthfeel on this. It's not too bitter, not too piney. It's actually starting to mellow out. Oh, what do you know? No can date. Yeah, it's just got a little bit of a nice piney resinous there. It's a little bit floral, slightly earthy. And there's a fruit fly in my beer. Not anymore, you're dead.
Damn fly.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, and then it leaves a nice piney resinous. It's not too bitter, slight drying. It does have a nice malty backbone to it. Comes out, you get a little bit of like a toasted wheat bread, kind of. Yeah, so not too shabby, not too bad for a Florida beer, Florida brewery. So yeah, for the cheese, for the Beamster, what is this shit? God, I'm trying to have fun with this name. Grass Kaz.
Does that mean grass cow? Grass fed cow?
No, what it says on here, it's made with spring's first milk. So I guess the first milk they get from the cows in spring is what they make this particular cheese out of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't do a lot of research on the cheese. I'm not gonna sit up here and bullshit you. But that states that on the package. Yeah, I like this smell of this Gouda. It's got a slight earthy funk to it. Not too strong. You get a nice it's got a tanginess to it, almost like a mild cheddar would. Very, very mild buttery smell. Definitely not as buttery smelling as Bumpy's cheese. Yeah, slight nuttiness. This cheese has been out. It's a little pliable. When I first cut it, it was more of a breakable cheese. This definitely holds up. It's a little bit better table cheese than I had last week. So yeah, let's get into it. Have a taste.
Nice, man. And that would be a cheesers.
Cheesers. This cheese is like really, really creamy, rich, very bright. It's got a nice tang to it. Like I said, it's almost got like a mild cheddar type of thing going on to it. A little bit nutty. Don't get too much buttery flavor coming through, which is kind of nice. I've noticed that if you get a real buttery flavored cheese and you have a beer, it kind of contrasts a little bit. It's kind of like you just put the diacetyl or the diacetyl into your beer. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is really buttery. Now you have the beer and you're kind of like, ooh, is that really supposed to be there? You know what I mean? I'm like, this isn't putting that off. So great cheese. Like I said, Beamster for over the pond. It makes some really good cheese. Yeah, so I'm going to try a little beer, have some cheese. See if a West Coast will do me any justice. Man, that definitely toned down the pine. That piney, slight bitter almost halts it in its tracks. Brings out a little bit more of the sweet malt. It's pretty good. Not bad. Much better than I expected, and definitely better than last year. Damn, he's got a bunch of chanterelles.
Yeah, man. Shit's good.
So, overall, not bad. You still do get the piney bitterness in the finish. It comes back and it does overpower the cheese once it sits on the palate, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Like I said, much better than last week's mushy Havarti. So, nice. I got no complaints. It's good.
I like that it took the pine away. I'm not a big.
It did it did mellow it out, like I said, but then it comes back. You're like, oh, you get some of that sweet malty, and then bam, it reemerges out of the. It's like, oh no, I'm still here. Yeah,
nice, dude. Oh yeah, man.
Definitely tones it down.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. It's my turn. Let's get the beer. Let's get the beer first. All right, going to a nose. We have a little bit. Yeah, there's that cherry. Well, not cherry. I mean, red apple. Red apple is kind of like a sweet red apple fruit. Of course, it's a fruit. You're crying out loud. But I'm getting a caramel, like a caramel red apple kind of thing going on, like I was saying. And that's really all you get. The malt, you get a little bit of malt, like a little, maybe like just a straight up like white bread or something like that, bready kind of malt. Nothing too spectacular. It smells somewhat clean, smells good, refreshing. I want to put it down my throat right now because it's hot in here. Looking at it again, had a nice amber color, nice soft white head. Real foamy, nice, tight. Looks like marshmallow cream or something on the top. Just really nicely tight woven head, nitro head. Nice lacing starting to form up there. Good, Not real active. Just looks kind of flat. Not in a whole lot of carbonation. All right, let's go into the drink. Cheers.
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 Yeah, light, bitter. It's got a bitterness to it, but it's balanced. Ooh, yeah, that's got more of like a brown bread taste or something. It's got like I don't know. It's weird. I can't get into what I'm tasting here. It does have that caramely, kind of a burnt caramel or something, or like not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's appley. It definitely has like the apple with the skin on it, like a red apple or Washington apple or something like that. Then you got the caramel. There's a little bitterness that kind of works with it all. Kind of blends really well. It's real easy drinking though. It's not hardcore bitter in the back or anything like that. It's just real nice, real clean beer. It's a clean looking beer. It's actually pretty brilliant looking. Actually, let's get into this a little more. Let's see if I can get something else.
I'm gonna throw a flavor out at you if you don't get it.
Oh, good. If you have to, go for it. It's
Are you getting? You mentioned like the brown bread type thing. Are you getting like a biscuit type?
There is a biscuit,
Yeah.
and I think that's mixing with the bitterness or something. It's like there's a bitterness involved here, definitely in the finish and around the palate. And then there's that like a biscuit, like that English kind of biscuit thing going on. Bread biscuit. It's got like a roast to it, like a roasted quality to it. It's real smooth and flat tasting too, as well as the look. It's not real active. It's not punchy with the carbonation, but very nice. I would rather have this colder. It's sitting out. It's warm in my room. It's gotten up to about 50, 55. I'm probably sure that's how they serve them in England, but
Especially on cask.
you're right. So yeah, definitely cellar temp right now. But yeah, let's get into the beer. The cheese, I mean. Nice cheese. Smells good. It's got the cheddar, got the real strong hickory. It was cooked on it was smoked, for 9 hours, it says, with hickory wood on hickory wood smoke, yeah. So enough to give it a real nice hickory. Whew. I mean, it's punchy. It's got a buttery smell to it. Salty, a little bit salty, creamy smelling. And you can get it in your brain before you even try it. Let's try it.
Oh yeah.
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that beer. I've had both, like the nitro and the not nitro, and that nitro one, it's a little bit lighter and liftier. Yeah, the flavor is a little bit different.
Yeah, it seems softer.
I don't know. Definitely way softer.
This cheese is nice. It's got a good creaminess, nice creamy feel to it. Salty, but not overwhelming. Cheddar definitely comes through, more of a medium cheddar. It's softer. It's creamy. It lathers the mouth. It mushes around and covers the whole thing with this nice hickory smoke flavor all up around your mouth and tongue, everything. Goes down real nice and easy. I really like this. This is really good. This would be good with like a summer sausage or some kind of other treat like that, meat treat like that. So let's and it resides. It just stays there until you drink something to take it down. You know. So I'm really. I hope this works. Let's take another. Let's eat this and take a drink. The skin is edible. You can eat that. It's got that nice grill thing where it sat for 9 hours or whatever. All right, I'm trying to eat this. Sorry. It's like kind of mostly it's hard to chew. It's not hard to chew. It's just like pasty. The bitterness of the beer works with the cheese, where I'm thinking more of a pale IPA would go better with this. Maybe even American red IPA or something like that would be really good with this. There's it's good. It's kind of it's kind of side to side. It doesn't really help either way. It's just, I think Miscellaneous, you had one last week that was like that, where it just kind of separates this and that. It doesn't really do anything for it. the hickory smoke really overwhelms whatever's going on here. A lot of the sweetness is still there, though. I mean, you're getting both sides. Let me get another hit here. I need to get in this a little more. We got some time. It's only 30 minutes.
There you go. Get after it.
It's just hard to chew. It's hard to get going quick because it's so pasty. I'm gonna make it go throughout my mouth before I take a drink this time.
Pasties.
Pasties. The biscuit, the bitter. Thanks for saying biscuit. That wasn't coming to my head until you said something. The biscuit, the bitterness, and that appley flavor kind of goes in with it. I don't know. It's just side by side, but it doesn't taste bad. It's good on both sides. It works. It's more of a watered down beer. It waters down any salts. It waters down any smoke flavors or anything like that. It kind of takes the lathering out of your mouth, that filmy feel. So that's kind of nice. I like that. Not a hardcore great pairing, but it's all right, So cool, man. Let's I think I'm done.
Man, I wish there was a way we could get Drewski the link for the after show, but
I got a burp.
Drewski, hang around to the end of the show, bro.
Drewski. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
For sure. Cheers, Brewski.
So I got my scores for each individual, the beer and the cheese. The cheese is delightful. I like that it has the buttery, the nuttiness. You can pick that out of the cheese. There is a bit of a salinity to it too. That was something that I didn't really pick up until I started eating larger chunks like this. But there is a bit of a saltiness to the cheese, just a tad. It's not overly salty, but and then the hatch chilies really do play a good role. They do have that lingering pizzazz with the mild heat that the hatch chilies will give off. Really good cheese. I've got three of these size chunks left, and that's it. The cheese is gone.
Wow.
I'm gonna give the cheese a 97 out of 100. One thing that would make it better is if it was a smoked Gouda. I think smoked Gouda with the hatch chilies would just give it that extra notch up. But it would also make the cheese obviously seem to come off with more flavors than it does. I mean, there is enough flavor in here. I mean, I've eaten some pretty damn bland cheese where you're just eating it like, all right, it's like a waxy ice cube. There's no flavors. But good cheese. The beer by itself, it's a nice beer. I like the flavor notes I was getting out of it. I'm gonna give the beer a 97 out of 100 as well. And now the pairing. All right, so this is kind of like a female UFC fight where you have two very attractive females, right? And they get in the ring together. Awesome. And then they start punching each other in the face, and by the end, you just have these two females that have messed up faces, and sometimes they look like they're aliens and stuff because they have big welts and their face totally shifts. That's kind of what these two do to each other. There's certain aspects where certain things work, like the little bit of spiciness and stuff can carry through with the beer, but together, the beer is taking away from the Gouda cheese itself. It's taking out that buttery and nuttiness. And then the cheese is taking out the nice kind of candied sweetness from the brew and bringing up like a bitterness level that doesn't really work so well. So I'm going to say that these two do not pair well together.
Nice.
On their own, they're very nice. You find the right partner for them, and it will go a lot better. I think a bit of a lighter beer possibly. I think the heat level on this, like the spices do come through perfectly fine. So another type of cheese with hatch chili peppers in it might go. Like I think this might be something more like for a cheddar. So like a spicy cheddar might go better with this Doppelbock Dunkel. I think if I maybe just chose a light Doppelbock instead of the Dunkel kind, it would have been lighter flavors that wouldn't have contrasted so much with the cheese itself. And I think that the having less of the darker malts also being in the beer, if it was a light Doppelbock, I don't think that the kind of bittering harshness would have been brought out as much. So
nice. Well, right. I mean, at least they both worked on side by side. Kind of sounds like mine.
Yeah.
In a way, like just side by side. Cool, man. Well, thanks, dude. Good scores for the most part. Pairing wise, I mean, something better next time, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Right on. Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, we'll start with we're gonna start with the beer. This Walking Tree Brewing Company. This is their Walking Tree IPA. I would only assume that this would be probably their flagship beer, because the name of their brewery's Walking Tree, and this is called Walking Tree IPA. It's all right. West Coast on the East Coast, huh? Don't you know? I mean, it hits. You know what? This is a pretty good West Coast IPA for people that aren't looking for that insane pine, resinous pine, or like too earthy, bitter, like hop bitter. It's very, very mild and pleasant. It took 3 of them to come around, apparently, for me, but this one's pretty damn. This can's hitting the spot. I don't know, and it's tough too because there's no dates on this, so I don't know. Is this old? It could be old.
Right.
Who knows? They should put
those dates on those cans, people.
Slacking ass sons of bitches. Yeah. So the beer. I don't know if it's gonna land in. I don't know if it's going to land in A. It's pretty good. I do like West Coast. I'm not opposed to them. Some people are just, I don't like it, period. It's not bad. I feel confident at an 80, 88 for this one. It's hitting all the boundaries. It's not super bold. It's not pushing the limits of what it could be, but very mild. I think this could be a West Coast for somebody who's fairly new to craft beer to try, other than jump into something like Arrogant Bastard or something like that. Much better choice. For the Beamster, the Grazkas. This is I like this cheese. I like it because it's a little bit more reminiscent of a cheddar. I've had a couple Goudas they could be kind of bland on their own. It's good to have some kind of complement with the smokiness, or in Bumpy's situation, you got the hatch chilies there. It's always something there that can elevate it, and most of the time they will do that with a Gouda cheese. This, standing alone as it is, it's not your standard white Gouda. I really like the richness, very milky, very creamy, holds up pretty good at a room temperature for a fair bit. Good table cheese, for sure. Charcuterie board worthy. I like the tang, the nice mild cheddary zinginess that it had to it was fantastic. So this cheese here, I feel confident landing at a 94.
Not bad.
Pairing wise, like I said, the cheese did bring down some of that piney resinous and drop the bitterness a little bit. and brought the malt forward, made it a little bit more sweet forward up front. But like I said, as the beer did finish, that piney resinous came back to let you know, hey, I'm still here. And overall, it was good. I've got no complaints. I feel good at a 93 for the pairing. It worked. They still hung a little bit and held their own, more on the beer side, but it was just a different transition from having it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's got a nice floral hoppiness, a little bit of piney resinous, and it did tone that down for a little bit. But like I said, it does come back. Beer comes back. You get your piney, you get your bitter. It worked all right. Not too shabby. Like I said, pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
Much better than last week.
All right, man. Well, that's good. That's good. Thank you, man. All right. Cool. Yeah. So this beer. I'm gonna give it. I'm really. I don't have much more than what I already said about it. It's just like a mediocre kind of beer. Like it doesn't really have a whole lot of oomph to it. It's got some flavor. It's bitter. You got a lot of bitter in it actually, in the finish. But it's pleasant to drink. It's mouth. It's kind of like a thirst quenching kind of feel to it. The apple, the caramel, the biscuit, nice. I'll give it a 90 out of 100. I'll go 90. Not bad. And the cheese was delicious. It was plain, didn't have anything extra in it. I do like it when other stuff's in it. Sometimes it complements, adds a little extra. I like the chilies and stuff. That's kind of fun to have a little heat. But nice, buttery is something I didn't mention. It is kind of a buttery effect on the mouth. It's so smoky and so salty and so good. You just want to keep having it. Like I said, with the sausage, with the summer sausage or something, would be really good.
Oh yeah.
I'd give this. It kind of is like Hickory Farms in a way. It tastes like that. If you guys have had their stuff, but I'll go with a 94 out of 100 on this cheese. And together, it didn't really hit the spot. It didn't really go good, but it wasn't terrible. So I'll hit it at an 85. I'll go 85 on that just to be nice. But one thing I did try, and I should have went with a pale ale or an actual, like an American pale ale, like a real bitey one, something with a little more citrus fruits and stuff like that. This is a West Coast IPA from Rogue out of line.
Ooh.
And I was sipping on this with it, and it's just real quick. It's like it's more bitier. The pine's in this too. It kind of kicks through the cheese, and it takes out things. The unpleasantries, the unpleasant things, it takes out. Like the hold on, let's go through it real quick. A double review here. All right, I just wanted to kind of emphasize on what you can do to really change things. You can go and find some other beer, and this cheese will totally taste better. Oh wow, that I'm almost got like a tobacco. That was weird. Just the hoppiness, the zinginess, the pine, the grapefruits, the citrus, everything bounces through that thing, that cheese, and it brings the smoke. It takes like the salty out, brings in the smoke, brings in like a lot of the things. It tastes more woody now, the cheese, and it's like it just blends with it. So I recommend a Westie for sure, a West Coast IPA or a West like just an American pale, like a West Coast pale, like a Sierra Nevada's pale ale would go really good with it. Yeah, really good. So yeah. 94 or 85 for the pairing, yeah. So let's go ahead and go to the big screen here, and we'll go there. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna put my cheese up. It's getting too sweet.
Yeah, mine's getting sweaty balls too. Yeah, go ahead and shout your stuff and do it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we get the poll out for the next Multi Monday. 4 different brews that have yet to make it. Well, one of them on the poll. We have done variants of Wild Ales, but Wild Ales is on the poll again. We have gluten-free beers on the poll as well. We also have
Wild Ales is running away with the shit.
yeah. What else do we have? Oh, the Braggot, which is a mead mixed with beer. Is what a Braggot is. That's on the poll, and then we also have American Light Adjunct Lager on the poll. But get out there, vote. You can find the poll to vote on in Beer Man's community page. You can also find it in the last Multi Monday video, which just happened this past Monday. It's in the description of that video. That one was the
What?
I was just think I just had it on my tongue and I lost it. What did we just do?
Rye beers. Any
Rye beers.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the link right now for you.
Good
Very rye night.
You didn't watch it, go back.
So yeah, go back and check it out. If you haven't watched it, watch it if you want to. Or just find the poll there if you don't if you can't find it on Bear Man's community page. I think Bear Man also posted it in the chat down here, so you can click on that now also if you don't want to deal with all the other stuff of searching to find a poll. But the polling does come down Wednesday. That's tomorrow, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll put out a video of whatever beer style wins for Thursday. And if there is a link from Beer Advocate that will like actually take you to said beer style, whatever wins to help you out with finding that beer style, there'll be a link. If not, there'll be no link, and it's just good luck. You know what style it is. Go out and start asking and searching. Cheers. Thank you for having me on, Beer Man.
Cheers. You're welcome.
Looking forward to next week's beer and cheese. I got lots of cheese.
Yes. I always look for, and we'll do, yeah, cool. All right. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Hell yeah. Miscellaneous. What you got?
Yeah, shout outs. You said I'm on Instagram now. You can go check that out. I ordered some beer from Craft Shack. I got a text alert saying I should be getting a box on Friday. Other than that, I've got another pretty big beer shipment thing in the works right now. I'm not going to talk or disclose a lot of information about it, but there will be video up in the near future. I'm going to have a pretty decent sized beer haul coming in, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, just check everybody out. Alex the Beer Master. It's Wild Card for Food Friday. Any beer, any food. It's Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Wild Card Wednesday will be on Eric Thomas Metal 75's channel. Bring any beer. Just come. That's it. That's the criteria. You got to have a beer and act like a rational human being. It's like all the other shows for the most part. Stout Sundays with John and Ellie and Michael Kormoff will be 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. Go check them out. Bring a stout reporter. Start the day off right. Other than that, I think we've got it mostly covered. Thursday night still might be in the works. I just got to get motivated. I work a lot, so I don't know.
You do.
I got aspiring thoughts, but they don't always come to light. So maybe we'll do an open bar. Who knows?
Nice.
No, Josh, it doesn't have to have alcohol. It's Wild Card.
Yeah. Bring
You
water.
could bring that. You sure could.
Lemon juice if you wanted or something. Cool, man. All right. So we'll just keep it open for next cheese. Cheese and beer and cheese. Let's do another open. I might just to keep you guys posted now, I'll probably come up with a designated one for the one after. So I'll try and think of something for that. But Bumpy, you have a cheese, so I don't want to ruin that for you. Let's do
I have
another.
lots of cheeses.
Do you really? Oh, what do you have? Well, you don't have to give it away now if you don't want to. We can
You
talk
want
about
me to show you all the cheeses I have?
Well, what were you
No,
going to
wait.
do next week? Because if we could all find what you have, that would be fun. If you wanted to show that off or something, you know.
I didn't really
don't
know. I was thinking of doing because I still have that goat cheese.
Oh, okay.
That was the purple haze.
For the goat.
Oh, I can get that too, actually.
Yeah.
What one?
I don't, Andrew. If you can
Purple
get it,
haze.
Purple
From
haze.
Cypress Grove.
Fuck no. I don't got that down here.
oh man, I wish
Maybe.
you could find that. That would be
I don't
really
know.
fun.
I might have to go to somewhere else. I have to go to a
I'm just thinking about doing that one because I've had that one for the longest, and they will expire eventually. So.
Yeah. I can't believe you found that. To be quite honest, I thought it was. I don't even know where they're from. To be honest, I thought maybe I'm. I don't know.
I went to a specialty. It was a specialty pasta and wine shop, I think, but they had cheeses and stuff because they, yeah. It was
Right
a nice little joint, just hidden some back alleys in Manchester.
Nice, dude. That's the best. See, and my
a lot
wife.
of back alley stuff up there. Up there, man. Fuck bars and shit. You'd never even know half of the things were there. I was watching on like Drunk Ones footage.
Oh damn!
Trips up there. He's
That
like, yeah,
sounds fun,
we just turn this corner and then there's another bar, or there's this, and there's a. I'm like, God damn, that's crazy.
I'd love to go up there. It'll eventually happen one day. But yeah, no, we'll do a designated one. You'll have to let me know what cheeses you have, and maybe we can designate since you have a bunch, because I don't want your shit getting out of date or anything, nor anyone's, So we'll designate one in a couple weeks, but next week will be wild. So show up at Beer and Cheese, 6 o'clock Eastern, as always, and 8 o'clock. Excuse me. And Wednesday will be a wild card, and then we'll do 3 designated ones after that for a certain beer. But it'll be adjuncts for the next month. So 6 o'clock Eastern. Bring any adjunct. I don't care what it is. Just we're going to talk about adjuncts. We're off yeast kick now. Of course, after that month, we're going to get into the beer mixer, and we're going to do that for maybe a month or 2 and just kind of have fun with it. So maybe it'll work out. But yeah, I've been throwing up a bunch of videos. Look out for that. I got a bunch of beers that I got, so I'll be throwing stuff up left and right. The breweries come along. I ran into a few problems recently today, actually. So, but look out for updates on that as well. But other than that, we're good, man. Everything's good. We got Drewski Brewski in the house. What's up, dude? How you doing, brother?
I was just gonna join.
Told you, I got you.
Oh no, it's good.
I
It's
didn't
good.
want to ruin your cheese.
Nah, don't worry about it. We'll end it now, though. Chat. Thank you guys in the chat. Thank you so much. You guys make this. Thrash just showed up, man. Cheers to you in the chat. Of course, the panel. You guys are awesome. You are the main. Woo, love it, man. A Bumpy Road Brewery, Miscellaneous Beer Reviews, and Drewski Brewski. Love you too, man. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end this.
Wait, hold on.
Go for it, bro. Yeah. Go for it.
I gotta do my cheese review.
Go for it, dude.
He's got cheese.
Down with that?
It's got cheese.
That's totally all right with me.
Give me a
All right,
second.
here we go. Yeah, easy way.
Nice, dude.
Right off the
A little
finger.
bit on there like that.
There you go.
Very moderate.
Delicious, as always. The cheese whiz.
Yes.
Cheese.
I like that shit, man.
Delicious
So good
prepared
with
well
some
with Jim Beam and Coke, I think. Let's try it.
There you go.
You need a full mouthful of that cheese.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese. You guys remember the Goofy movie from back in the day?
Yeah.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese. Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore, dude. I like that guy.
Yeah, he played the.
I watch you show on YouTube all the time.
All right.
Nice. Well, cool. We're going to go ahead and end this, and then we'll have some
Absolutely.
fun in the back. So, guys, join us in the back. If you have the link, let me just find the outro. Here we go.